everyone, welcome back to a series of Juana. If you are not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and join me on this journey. And also please make sure to turn your post notifications on, turn those bell buttons on so you don't miss out on any videos that I post. First of all, let me say this. Do any of you guys notice a difference? I'm sure you do. So as you can see, I have got a new backdrop. It's a glittery background. I love this backdrop so much. Like, it just brightens up everything. Personally, I got tired of watching my videos and looking at my wall, staring at my wall and my curtains. I'm sure you all did too, so that's why I was like, let me go get me a nice little backdrop so that when I do videos, sit down videos, you guys can just see this glitter and shine. Before I start into this video, I do want to say, please make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and yeah, stay tuned guys. I'm gonna get into this video. For today's video, I thought that I would share with you guys my experiences going to a school in the city, a college in the city, and a college upstate. I was blessed enough to go to a college upstate. It was actually 7 hours away from my home, and then after I transferred to a school in the city. So yeah, I thought I'd share that with you guys. I thought I'd share my experiences. So I'm gonna set the scene, you know. I remember being in high school, and when the time came around to apply to colleges, I already had in mind that like I did not want to stay like in the city like at all. Like I was just like, nope, I don't want to stay in the city. I want to go away. I want to go to a different state. I want to experience being away from home. So when it came time to choose colleges, I had already had my mind made up. Like I want to go away. I don't want to stay here. The downfall to that was, you know, I did have someone that explained everything to me. You know, I had to take out loans, and I felt like I went away to school not knowing how those loans could affect me in the future. And I feel like when you're thinking about going away, if you're someone that has to take out loans, I feel like it's important to know all about that. And in school, of course, they don't teach you about that. They don't teach you about loans. They don't teach you about credit. So it kind of feels like when it comes to those things, you kind of feel like you're on your own. Now there are, you know, resources out there and people out there that can help you, that can break it down to you, explain to you how all that goes. But for me, you know, I had someone explain, but not really in depth. Like, okay, how is this going to affect me in the long run? You know, how is this going to affect my credit? How is this going to affect, you know, this and that? So I really, really wish that I understood better about those things before going away. So yeah, I had to go, you know, I went away and I didn't know much about that stuff, but all I knew in senior year was that I wanted to go away, and that was it. Like nobody could tell me nothing. Nobody could say, oh, just, you know, why don't you just go to a CUNY? Why don't you just stay in the city? Nope, nobody. My mind was literally already made up. So this was in, I want to say 2014 or 2015. I believe it was the summer of 2014. I was going away and I was super excited. The college that I went to, they had like an orientation, and I was like, yeah, why not? Like I love orientation. Maybe I can meet new friends. I'm gonna be away. I don't know anybody. So let me attend an orientation. The orientation was, I want to say it was like 2 days. I went with my mom. First of all, mind you, okay, my school was 7 hours away, and I didn't have to take just one bus. I had to take 2 buses just to get to my school. The first bus went from New York to Albany, and then from Albany to and I took the bus at Port Authority. So I went from there to Albany, and then from Albany to Canton. And then when you got off, like I remember I took going there, oh crap, I'm so mad I forgot the name of the bus. Greyhound, I think it was. I think I took a Greyhound, and then in Albany we took trailways, like Adirondack trailways. First of all, just the name Adirondack, you already know, like, yeah, girl, you went way too far. So I took the trailways bus, which took me to my school, and I remember going with my mom. I remember going to this town. There was not, like, this town, there was just not much in this town. We didn't have a car, so we literally stayed at like this motel nearby, because like literally, like, we didn't have a car. I think back then I didn't even know about, like, I don't even know Uber. We didn't know anybody about any of that stuff. So we just stayed at this little like motel near my school. I remember it like it was yesterday. We stayed there the day of the orientation. We went on campus. we're walking around, you know, looking around the school, talking to people, yada yada yada. And then I think we stayed there for the 2 days. I don't remember if I ended up staying and my mom left. I think we came back together. And then I remember the day that I had to leave, I remember crying. I was sad. I was gonna be away from my family. I was gonna be away from my friends. It was something that I just wasn't used to. But before I get into that, I remember, I feel like I skipped so many things. I don't want to make this video too long, but I remember that summer that I was supposed to go away. One of my roommates, I guess she had already saw, you know, we already saw who our roommates were gonna be. So one of them reached out to me. She actually wrote me on Facebook, and we all just had a group chat. It was 3 of us. We all were in a group chat. We were talking, getting to know each other, and that felt really comforting because it was like, okay, we can all get to know each other in this chat, you know, we can all talk and all that, and then at least when I get to school, it won't be as awkward because we're already interacting. So I felt like that was really nice. Remember when I went to my school, my older sister and I think a friend of hers, I can't really remember, drove me 7 hours. It was probably like an hour less or an hour more, I forgot, but that was a super long drive. They drove me, I got on campus, and then I just remember going into my room and my roommates were already there. They were already unpacked, so I was just like the last one. My sister had to leave, you know, and I was just like, I'm officially on my own. Like, it hit me once I got there and like they left and I was just there in the room with my freaking suitcase. Just there like, okay, you're on your own now, buddy. Yeah, so I was just there in my room. My roommates, they offered to help me unpack. I thought that was really nice. But still in the process, I still felt, you know, it still felt different. You know what I mean? Like, first of all, it was 3 of us. You know, we were all complete strangers to each other. So it was kind of just like, we all had to get used to being around each other. We had to get used to each other. Like, and it just felt different. You know what I mean? Like living with 3 other people that aren't your family. But to be honest, I am so blessed because my roommates were awesome. Like, my roommates they were really good people. We all got along very well. Yeah, I'm so blessed. I'm so, like, they're really great people, you know what I mean? Like, we all, for the most part, we all respected each other. Like, everything was just, yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was really great living. So I remember for my birthday, I think I was turning, was I 19, 18? I literally forgot, wow, how old I was turning. But you know, this was the first time being away from home on my birthday, so I was already down, you know, and like me, I didn't get to go home every weekend or every other week. So yeah, for my birthday, I had to spend my birthday, you know, in school. And both of my roommates, they like did this whole thing where like they bought me, like, we all got matching Converse. I still wear those Converse, I love them. We all 3 had matching Converse. One of them made me a cake, and then one of them made me like this huge card and like had everybody in the dorm sign and everything like that. Like, that was just, oh my god. And then we all went out to eat. Like, it was just so amazing. Like, so they did that for me, and I really appreciated them because that was a time where I was just home. And like, being away, I want to say this too, being away, I got homesick a lot. Like, again, I couldn't go home often. I was pretty much stuck there, like even on weekends. But honestly, each and every single one of my friends, they made my college experience like great. And if it wasn't honestly for them, for any of them, like, I don't know what I would have done, because we all made it work. Like, a lot of us lived in the Bronx, or a lot of us we didn't live there, you know what I mean? We came from different boroughs. So I feel like a lot of us was going through the same thing, and that's why a lot of us made the best of it. But what I do want to say about being at a SUNY, being at a school away from home, you know, in a different state, it was very different. Like, one, with me being homesick, but even like with the classes and like the way everything was, like, first of all, I was glad because I had an advisor. My advisor was the best advisor. I always made sure I went to him whenever I had any issues, any problems. I felt like he was really helpful. So that was one thing that I really liked and I really admire. The second thing was campus events. I made sure that we'd have things like, they would have like a movie night, or like a movie, they would have like movies in like one of the auditoriums. I remember going to a few of those. I did go to college parties, but with that being said, I'm not someone, first of all, anyone who's close to me knows this, even family members, I'm not someone who really parties too often. Mainly, I would just chill with like friends, like in their rooms and stuff like that. Like, we would all just chill. We did a lot of like we'd watch movies and stuff like that. With my classes, one of my favorite classes was psych, like psychology. Like that class was just so interesting. Even though I'm not gonna lie, for some reason that class was a little hard. But yeah, I loved that class. For the most part, my classes weren't like too big or too small, if that makes sense. Like some of them were bigger than others, but yeah. Also, let's talk about this campus food. I remember, I mean, I would eat there because it's just like I'm not about to order food or go eat out every time. So yeah, I'm gonna use up my meal plans. Like I'm a broke college student. I'm taking out bones. Like I'm going to eat at this dining hall. So the dining hall was called Cheney Dining Hall. So they would have quesadillas. They would kind of have like a burrito bowl type of thing. I'm obsessed with burrito bowls, so that was mainly what I would eat. But I would mainly eat like their quesadillas. They also had this little like stand where they would make like pasta or like stir fry or anything like that. I would eat that. I mainly ate like the quesadillas and then like the pasta. I would like add in whatever I wanted and they just make it right there in front of me. Like that's mainly what I would eat, and I would just try to switch it up every time I went, because to be honest, it was like a lot of the same food. What I did like at the time is they had a Taco Bell, they had a KFC, and then they had Drex, which is kind of like their version of like Subway. Like we have Subway and they have Drex. But me and my friends, oh my god, we would go to KFC and Taco Bell. Love KFC. Like me and my friends would go any chance that we got. We go to Taco Bell, we go to KFC, we'll get the I think it's called like the Famous Bowl or something. We get that. We'll go to Taco Bell, we get like tacos, we sit there chit chat and eat, like especially at night. Which is so bad because you know how they say it's so bad to eat at night. But whenever we want to meet up and like just talk and be like, yeah, let's go to Taco Bell, or yeah, let's go to KFC, like that was like our thing. And I remember being so hyped, like, yeah, my college has a KFC and we have this and that, like, and it was cool at the time because it's like, okay, we don't only have to eat this, you know, food at the dining hall, like we can eat, you know, that as well. But yeah, that was really fun. But the food was, I guess the dining hall food was okay. Like it was tolerable, I guess. I made it work. Like I think we could all say that it was like decent food. Okay, and now we're gonna get into friends. Like being on campus, I'm pretty sure for a lot of people, they know this, like being away, like you're gonna have to make friends on campus. Like what are you gonna do, just not talk to anybody the whole time you're there? I mean, hey, that's what you want to do. That's cool. I know for me it was like easier to make friends, you know what I mean, because everybody, that's like your home now basically. Like when you're not home, that's your home, you know what I mean. You have your own room, you have your own space, so like that's kind of like your home. So I made a decent amount of friends. One of my friends was just such great and like wonderful people. I have so much love for them and like so many memories with them that I can like look back and like laugh at and be like, oh my god, I remember like doing this with this person, or when like this happened with this person, or like, you know what I mean. Like yeah, like all my friends were really, they were just amazing, nice, genuine like people. And so yeah, there's probably so many other things I could have said about being at a SUNY, but I don't want to drag the video because, you know, I also gotta talk about CUNY. You know, I can't leave CUNY behind. So I'm gonna let you guys know some things about CUNY. So when I came back that summer 2015, literally last minute, I was just like, you know what, like I don't want to go back away. Like I already took out loans. That was literally one of the main things in my mind. And when I went away for school, I was majoring in liberal arts. That was not what I want to major in. I knew that I wanted to be a journalism major, so that was another thing. Like I was like, I don't want to go away again. I'm gonna be majoring in liberal arts, you know, and I'm gonna get a degree in liberal arts. Like I want to major in journalism. At least if I'm gonna get a degree, like I want it to be in journalism. I don't want it to be in liberal arts. Like I know what I want to do, so let me make this decision now. So literally that summer, I was just like, I'm not gonna go back, and I decided to switch over to a CUNY school. A school in the city. I was just so sad. Like honestly, I was sad, but I knew that it just wouldn't have made sense for me to stay there if, you know what I mean, I'm taking out all this money and who gonna pay it back? My mom ain't gonna pay it back. My dad ain't gonna, like my family ain't gonna pay it back. I gotta pay that back at the end of the day. And obviously, like, you know, it's gonna get paid for it, but it's like, I'm not gonna do that to myself. Like, I'm not gonna put myself in a whole hole and all that. Like, I'm just gonna make my decision now, think smart, you know what I mean? So I decided to just, yeah, stay here in the city. But I remember going to the school and it was much different. Like, what I will say with CUNY, I don't want to say you're on your own, but it kind of does feel like it in a sense. Like, I can't remember if I had an advisor. I think I did have an advisor. I'm not really sure. But you pretty much on your own in CUNY. So yeah, at least for me, I felt like in a CUNY, first of all, I felt like I was in a whole new world, because I was like, this is not a SUNY school. Like, you don't get a meal plan, you don't live on campus, like, you know what I mean? Like, it was just so many different things. I mean, the transition for the most part was smooth. I would say it was a smooth transition. But in terms of, like, for example, like, I made friends my first year when I was there. I made friends. You know, I tried to be a little social, you know, in my classes and stuff like that. Like, I feel like that was really good. What I did love is that, you know, my major was journalism. It's still journalism. But a lot of the classes I was taking were journalism related. So I was like, finally, like, I'm doing what I love. Like, I'm writing more. Like, I'm getting the classes, experiences that I need in college. Like, in terms of, like, when it comes to my major. I didn't go to campus events. I didn't really go to, like, campus events as I would have at a SUNY. Because, again, with SUNY, you're living on campus. So you're more into, like, I feel like campus life, the events, the whole social life. In CUNY, it was just literally like, all right, like, okay, I did make some friends, but after school, I'm leaving campus. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm leaving. Like, and I feel like that's how it is. Like, everybody in CUNY, they're just in and out, in and out, in and out. And my second year, I didn't really talk to as many people. I didn't really make as many friends, you know what I mean? And with that being said, like, it's good to have that mentality, because it's like, all right, I'm not here, you know, to make friends or to be in the whole girl group or have my own little group. You know, I'm here to do what I gotta do and leave. But at the same time, I didn't realize when I got, okay, so I finished at that school and everything was good. Like, I finished, you know what I mean? The only bad thing what happened to me was that I ended up owing money because my financial aid didn't process and all that. So what I will say is, when it comes to college in general, you have to be on top of your ish. You have to be on top of everything in terms of, like, your classes, your credits, your financial aid. Like, that's where I did bad when I going to a CUNY also. That's where I did bad. I wasn't on top of everything with my financial aid. I ended up owing money that, of course, like, I didn't have, and I couldn't just pay really quickly. And then I was doing bad at managing my money. Like, that was, thinking about it now, I'm like, girl, what was you doing with your life? Like, where was your money going? Like, even though I graduated, you know, they hold your degree, you don't pay that. So I didn't get my degree. I ended up having to pay. Like, I was so stressed out that year. And, like, I knew that I wanted to go back to school. Like, I knew, like, all right, I need to pay this off so I can get my associates, and so that I can go on to get my bachelor's degree, because I knew that that's what I wanted. So I got a little reality check, and I was just busting my butt, making sure that I paid everything off. I paid everything off. I got my associates, and then that's when I moved on to another college that I love, but again, I wasn't on top of my ish. I had a little issue where, okay, so I went to an advisor and she went over with me, you know what I mean? I was a transfer student. I was transferring from that 2-year school into a 4-year school. So she was going over me my credits and everything like that, helping me choose what class I need to take. And she ended up telling me that I needed to take a class that I didn't need, that I knew I took. So she was saying, you need a science class. I said I already took a science class, and that was already on my transcript. So it's kind of just like, you know, like, but me not putting my foot down and thinking whatever she was saying was right, I went ahead and took that science, took another science, took bio. And I ended up being so mad because I ended up finding out, like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't take this class, like, you already have a science. Like, why are you taking another science type of thing? And y'all wanna know what I did? Best believe I emailed that advisor. I went right back to her. I actually went to her office and I was like, hey, like, you said, you know what I mean? Like, I ended up taking a class I didn't need. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I need this to get fixed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you told me, and I pulled up our emails because we were literally emailing each other that summer that I was gonna go to that school. This was like last summer actually. It's crazy. I ended up emailing her like, hey, like, you know what I mean? Like I sent her, when I was at her office, I was pulling up all those emails where she said, you need to take this. And when she saw it, I already knew she was kind of like, oops, you know, type of thing. Y'all, let me tell you, always have receipts. Like, always have receipts. Like, I know people think about receipts like when it comes to drama and like all this other stuff. Like, no, like when it comes to my education, anything important, anything that involves even when it comes down to like money or like, you know what I mean, going through situations with like school or like anything like that, like I'm gonna have my receipts and I'm gonna tell you what you told me, and you're gonna see for yourself. But there's nothing you can really say because that's what you said, you know, and I have the proof. So she looked at it. I know she was like, ugh, and she was like, I'm gonna get this fixed right now. So that situation got handled, thankfully, and everything's good. Like, I love this school though, because besides all that happening to me, I love the classes that I'm taking. And I feel like a lot of these professors, a lot of the professors I was taking was literally like, especially one of my professors, like he was literally just like, well, I'm gonna make you guys go out and do things. And I feel like that kind of helped me even with YouTube. It really helped me get out of my shell, and it really helped me, it really motivated me to like want to start my own YouTube or be more comfortable in front of the camera or want to do videos or want to edit. So honestly, like, God bless all these classes that I'm taking, because they're really helping me. They're helping me become a better, you know, journalist. They're really helping to shape. They're really helping shape and mold me to even become like a better person, you know, and become a better journalist, become a better writer, become a better editor. Like, all right. So yeah, these classes really helped, you know, shape and mold me. And yeah, I really love the school that I'm in now. I am supposed to be graduating. I will be graduating next year, so yay for me. Guess who paid off their student loans? I did. I paid off my student loans. I'm so happy. I feel so free. But yeah, I paid off my student loans, so I'm super happy. I'm so thankful that I got that out of the way. Like, this is gonna sound so bad, but it didn't take till the school that I'm in now for me to really like bust my butt and like be on my like, all right, homework done, like there's a test, study. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't study before. I did not study before. I wouldn't really study. Like, I would just kind of just thought I could just wing any exam. I felt like I wasn't really trying hard and going in. And it didn't take for me to be at the school that I'm in now, to be completely honest, for me to really change my ways and be on top of my, you know, be on top of my stuff. And I ended up getting all A's this semester. I made the dean's list. Well, last semester, I guess I would say. I made the dean's list. I got all A's. And that was honestly something that I used to say, like, I really used to sit here and say before, like, I can never get all A's. Like, I'm never gonna get all A's. Like, I thought I wasn't capable of getting all A's. Anybody can get all A's. Anybody can make the dean's list. So yeah, guys, I just want to say, for anybody who's in college, anybody who's going to college, just know that everything is going to be okay. If you are scared, if you are nervous, literally just take a deep breath and tell yourself, like, I got this. Like, I'm gonna do great. And just know that you're capable of good grades. Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I will say this: grades do not define who you are. But a lot of us, we doubt ourselves and we think, or we look at the next person. Even when it comes to me, you know, even when it comes to YouTube and stuff like that, like, or even when it comes to if you're having your own business, if you're starting anything on your own, if you're creating something, like, do not look at the next person and see or think like, oh, this person's doing better than me, or this person has more, I don't know, people liking their things or looking at their things or whatever the case is. Like, at the end of the day, you are your own person, and you are gonna get where you need to be. But you just have to have, you know, the proper mindset and just not focus so much on what the next person is doing and focus more on what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, and that's with anything. Like, you got this. You're gonna get where you need to be. And just know that someone's always watching you and someone is always out there looking up to you. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. I hope you guys stay safe, and let me know if you want to see more videos like this. This video is probably like, I don't even know how long, because I feel like I just went on, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I'll be seeing you guys on my next video. Oh, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and you will definitely be seeing more of me. Bye.